very much. Hi, everybody. 360, I like it. All right. How you all doing? All right? Well, let's see if we can get this up on screen. I'm here to talk to you about the Unruly home. My name's Simon Gosling. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here speaking to you all today. And I'm a futurist with Unruly, and I'm here to talk to you about an interactive, immersive experience that we've built at Unruly about the future of advertising. I'm calling it the ambient era of advertising. We've had traditional, we went into digital in 2000, we're now in the ambient era. So let's discuss it. But before we go fast forwarding into the future, let's look at who we are today. Unruly is the video marketplace you can trust, okay? We use emotional data to supercharge the distribution of video to premium, trusted sites at scale. We don't distribute to YouTube or Facebook. We go to quality sites, premium sites at scale. And trust is important. You know, we've seen people like Keith Weed from Unilever. We've seen Adidas leaving YouTube, leaving Facebook. 300 hours worth of footage goes up to YouTube every minute. You can't check it, and Keith Weed is saying we need to avoid that for now till they get their acting gear and use trusted sources, and that's what we are. We're a News Corp-owned company, and as well as doing video distribution, we do testing of video. So a brand will come to us, they'll give us a video, we'll show that video with 3 or 4 other videos so they don't know which one's being tested to 500 people. And we ask them to score it. That's conscious, so they know what they're saying. So how do you feel about it emotionally on a rating scale of 1 to 10? That's one thing we do. But Unruly EQ uses AI. It's powered by IBM's Watson. Okay, and we use their webcams. They know we're doing it. They've given us permission, all right? And we use their webcams to look at how their faces are changing and emotionally responding to the video. All right? And sometimes what happens, you get 50 people out of the 500, and you go, these guys are loving this video, or they're emotionally responding really well to the video. Who are they? Let's reach them at scale, nationally or internationally. Okay? And emotions aren't just nice, fluffy things. They sell products. Nielsen, in a report recently, suggested that videos which score high emotional scores can sell up to 23% more product. So essentially what we do today is we get videos seen by the people most likely to buy the product, and we use AI to help us do it. But we're here to talk about the ambient era, the next generation of advertising. And we think that the connected home and smart speakers really give birth, if you like, to this era. And advertising's changing dramatically. So here's a still of the home that we've built in London. It's a 2,000 square foot home. This is a view from the hallway looking down the living room to the dining room. Here's the kitchen. Thank you, Siemens, for the oven. Thank you, Heineken, for the beer. We've got loads of partnerships in this space, all actively evolved in this space. It's a real hive of activity. We've had 3,000 people from 300 different brands in 1 year come and walk through this space. We have different stories about tech trends. You can try VR, you can try AI, you can try voice. We really mix it up. It's a great off-site day. I invite you all to come and see it in London if you're ever there. Okay, to find out how the future home is going to work and how our relationship with voice is going to work. Nokia, one of our partners, launched their new product, Sleep, in our bedroom recently. They did a press launch. The sleep aid market by 2020 is going to be worth $80 billion. And so we did a product launch there. We had the press in and so on. And in the walk-in wardrobe, we talk about holograms in mirrors and personalized delivery of outfits that you can wear for your next meeting. It's all different stories for different rooms. And I normally spend a long time showing it. I've got 10 minutes today. But the question everyone asks is why? You know, why has Unruly built a connected home in its HQ in London? Well, I can answer that in 3 short words, okay? Data, voice, and IoT. So let's start with data first, all right? Back in 2013, there were 4.4 zettabytes of data in the digital universe, and we're doubling that every 2 years to 44 by 2020. Voice, the voice shopping market in the US and the UK is worth $2 billion this year, and it's going to rise to $40 billion by 2022. Finally, the Internet of Things. Back in 2013, there were 10 billion devices connected to the internet, and by 2020, we're going to see that increase to anywhere between 50 billion and 200 billion devices. So, more data, more voice, more IoT, that's really going to change our business, and it's going to change yours, okay? So that's why we've built the Unruly Connected Home. We don't know where it's going, but by building it, discussing it, and meeting people like Sophia, we're getting a good understanding of where it's going to be next. All right, That was the why. Importantly, this is the what. What is changing? I've worked in advertising for 25 years, and I've never known a moment of change like this. Advertising was once storytelling. Buy my product. And it was broadcast to everybody. There was nothing personal about it. You either bought the product or you didn't. 30-second spot. It used to be passive. You looked at a TV ad, you listened to a radio ad. Now it's active and it's immersive. Okay? And these technologies are making it so. Voice, lens, AI, and AR. Okay? It's actively immersive, it's personal, it's story sharing. And instead of the 30-second spot, which you still need, there's nothing like video for establishing a brand, establishing a message. Okay? But rather than just a 30-second video, you now need micro moments. And those micro moments work across this ecosystem, and they work like this. I'm going to use one of my heroes, Chris Froome, as an example. So the first micro moment is want to know. Alexa, what bike did Chris Froome use to win the Tour de France for the 4th time? And it will tell me he used a Pinarello Dogma F10. Voice want to know. Find me the best deal on that. The best deal is eBay, €5,000. Okay. Send a hologram of the bike to my phone, my device, so that I can explore it, want to explore, in AR. Life-size, millimeter accurate, right up to the finest detail. You're going to see IKEA already doing this with furniture, Audi are already doing it with cars. People sometimes say, are you really going to buy a bike that you haven't ridden? But you know, I was talking to Mr. Porter, the fashion company. The soft spot price for luxury watches that people will pay for something they haven't even tried on in watches is €18,000. So yes, people will buy a bike if it's easy enough to just send back. They're busy, do it. So want to know voice, maybe, want to explore AR perhaps, and then want to buy. Touch the bike, add to basket, or voice, add to my eBay basket. All right? Where AI comes in is personalized. It will start saying to me one day soon, Simon, I've looked at your Strava report, and maybe this isn't the best bike for you. I've seen your style, I've seen your speed, I've seen what you do. This bike might be better. And I might say, I don't care, I want the one that Chris rides. Or I might go, whoa, thanks for the recommendation. That's how personalized it's getting. Who likes Tom Hanks? Who doesn't, right? The thing is, it's not Tom Hanks, it's Bill Murray. All right, now we think, now there's a reason I'm showing that, and that reason is this.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. How about this? Simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources.
Like Unruly. But seriously, okay, we need to rely on trusted news sources. Now, you look at that footage and you kind of know that's not Obama, and you can kind of hear the synthesized voice. But hell, we can't tell the difference between Bill Murray and Tom Hanks. It's going to get harder. Unruly uses AI today to look at facial coding to see if you like a film or not. We're going to use it tomorrow to understand if something that we're putting your videos alongside is fake news or real news. You know, Vogue magazine in Snapchat News a couple of weeks ago said that, and it was said on stage here today, that investors in big corporations are going to insist that that corporation has an AI on the board of directors by 2025. Otherwise, they'll pull out their investment. That's how reliant we're going to become on AI. So anyway, as I was saying, I've only got 10 minutes, I'll be quick. Those 4 key trends, I looked at them, right? So let's look at a few examples of brands who are already using them really well. So the train line, that guy there is Big Shaq. Right? He's a great rapper, he's a grime rapper, he's got 3 million followers on Spotify. He raps with Google Assistant, all right, talking up to the train line. I use it, I don't rap with it, don't worry about that. But you can talk to it so naturally. About 6 months ago, you'd be like, what do I have to say to make it understand? Not anymore. You know, you just talk to it like a friend and it answers you. There's a thing called NLP, natural language processing. The natural language processing in Google Assistant's amazing, and you probably saw the clip recently where it booked a hairdresser's appointment. I actually think tech is going to save us from tech. It's going to give us loads more time, and hopefully we spend that time not looking at our phones and doing something more important, okay? So anyway, the train line are using voice extremely well. Check it out. You just open up Google Assistant and say, talk to the train line, and ask it some questions. It's a British service. It's not going to get you Polish people very far, but it is awesome, all right? So just have a look at it. And then there's example of Lens. You know, ASOS, okay? See the camera at the top right-hand corner? They launched, they put the camera in the top right-hand corner of their mobile app recently. It was about a year ago. They call it Style Match, okay? 80% of what ASOS sells is on mobile. And 80%, and people who have the mobile app, ASOS, spend 80 minutes a month in that app, all right? And so you can shoot the shoes, find the shoes, buy the shoes. Want to know, want to buy, want to explore. And Pinterest is receiving 600 million visual searches a month right now. People are twice as likely to use visual search as they were 6 months ago. IKEA are using AR. You can put a sofa in the room, move all the way around it, photograph it, share it with your friends. Which one do I buy? And finally, just as another example, we all know of Spotify, I'm sure, using AI to deliver songs to us based on who we listen to. I love Discover Weekly. I've been to see bands I would never have seen in the old school, but Spotify is bringing stuff that I love to my ears. Check out Whisk. All right, Whisk will do what Spotify does for music and bands, Whisk will do for cooking and brands. Let me just put it that way. It's going to be our cooking AI. And I could tell you so much more, but I've run out of time. That's the news of the Unruly Home. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for this great opportunity. Bye-bye.